Thank you. It's an honor to be here with you all today. Thank you for inviting me to be a part of this significant moment in the life of our community. I'm so grateful to live and work in a city that acknowledges and celebrates its LGBTQ plus neighbors. In my lifetime alone, I have seen such an amazing shift in the way that we queer people are seen and celebrated in the world. Growing up in a very conservative family, church, and community in northern Indiana in the 70s and 80s, I knew I was gay from a young age, but I knew that part of me would never be accepted. And so I hid it away for most of my life. I was married to a woman for decades, and we have 4 grown children. I'm so grateful for the people who walked with me as I made the incredibly difficult but necessary decision to come out of the closet, to live my life in congruence with reality. And that includes my former wife and children, by the way, who have been so amazingly supportive and loving. Yes. And I could never have come to where I am today without the pioneers who walked this path ahead of me. Harvey Milk, Troy Perry, Marsha P. Johnson, Bayard Rustin, the Stonewall Rioters, and so many others. When I get weary, I remember that I am not alone. I am surrounded by a great cloud of queer witnesses who have gone before me and cheer me on. In my Christian faith tradition, the scriptures talk about the abundant life that can be ours. And one of the important hallmarks of that abundant life is truth. Jesus said the truth will set you free. And it's true. The closeted teenager and straight-passing married man that I was for all those years could not have imagined the life that I get to lead today. Married to my wonderful husband, Alejandro, standing confidently, yes, thank you, standing confidently in the truth of my identity, sharing my story with so many who still need to know that they too can be free. In my nonprofit work, I talk with hundreds of people every year who are struggling to find their way out of similarly oppressive backgrounds. It is incredibly fulfilling for me to be able to shine a light into those dark places and help people take even small steps forward. And what a joy for me to co-pastor an open and affirming faith community right here in Novato, the Quest, where LGBTQ plus people who want to explore spirituality can know that they are truly safe. I am so encouraged when I hear from people like Hope. They are growing up in a community where they can be who they truly are from a young age. But it's not easy. They are working hard. They are fighting the good fight every day, as we heard. But there are still people today, as we heard, even in 2024, right here in Novato, unfortunately, who believe that we are somehow broken, sick, perverted, sinful. I have heard all of these words directed at us. I'm sure you have too. And I know that as a white, cisgender gay man, I am relatively privileged in comparison to my trans and gender nonconforming siblings and my queer siblings of color. And every year around this time, I hear from well-intentioned but misinformed people who are very concerned about my embrace of pride, especially as a pastor. After all, isn't pride a sin? Pride goes before a fall, right? But here's the thing about pride. When LGBTQIA plus people celebrate pride, we are not celebrating the pride that is harmful. Our pride is not the opposite of humility, but rather the opposite of shame. We are embracing the reality that we are who we are. We are rejecting the lies that have told us that we don't belong, that we are somehow abnormal or sick or sinful. We are refusing to live in shame any longer. When we celebrate pride, we're celebrating that our beautiful queer bodies are made in the image of God, that our identities and relationships are blessed and holy. We are declaring that we, like all of the things God has created, are very good. That is why, yes, amen. And that is why we need pride more than ever this year. Happy Pride, everybody. Thank you.